This is another Making Comics 101 quick tip. Greetings, people of the internet. I'm Scott with Serkworks Art Labs. Welcome, mad creators, to the underground laboratory where together we are going to create some awesome comics, because this is Making Comics 101 and this is another quick tip. I do these once a week, usually on a Friday. I like to put out my regular episode, then we'll get a little bonus exercise going, and then I hit you with a quick tip just to round everything off. So that's what this is going to be, a quick tip. So if you watched our video, the last bonus exercise, we talked about those 6 questions: the who, what, where, when, why, and how, and kind of how you can use those to inform your story. But I want to focus on a couple of those questions, one at a time. But I want you guys, if you're going to participate in this exercise, get some 3x5 cards, and I want you to write this question: how? Okay, so we're going to start with the how. So what this exercise is going to do, it's going to help hopefully give you some other creative options for some things in your stories, maybe some things that you haven't thought about. So when we ask the question how, we've got a question here. Our question is, let's just say we have to get some information from one person to another in our story. You know, once we get into world building, we'll figure out all these different kinds of stories we can tell, genres and time periods, and you know, whether it's outer space, all that kind of stuff. We're in a world unlike our own, where normally we just send something through the mail. That's what we need to do. We need to get a message from one person to another. Now, depending on where we live, let's say this is a magical world. Let's just say it's Harry Potter. So in the case of Harry Potter, we've got our question: how are we going to send something from one person to another? Now, in this world, they use magic, so it would be very simple to just say, well, we'll just magically, you know, either cast a spell and it will send it out, or something like that, or create some kind of apparition that would carry it, or whatever. So that's kind of the why. Next, we're going to have this question: the why. Why are we using magic? I mean, it makes sense, sure, but maybe, and this is where the third card comes in, what's another way? What's another way we can do this? And, you know, if you've watched Harry Potter, you can probably surmise where I'm going, is that they decided to use, or J.K. Rowling decided to use owls as a form of sending, you know, messages from one place to another. So she asked that question. Maybe she asked that question. I don't know. But so that's kind of what we're thinking about when we do this. We can do this with anything in our story. And the great thing about comics is we're not limited by any kind of a budget or anything like that. We can go crazy, and that's the whole idea behind this exercise, is to get us thinking sort of out of the box and everything. So, you know, if in our story we want to get a message from one side to another, I mean, what are some creative things? What are, you know, we could, like I said, we could send it through post, or, you know, say if it's a medieval village, maybe we can send messages via like some kind of a Morse code type thing, with like flickering fire or flames to warn other people, things like that. That's one way. Maybe, you know, what's another way? What about like a catapult? Maybe we can just catapult the stuff over. Maybe from village to village we've got like a line system, like a clothesline thing where we do this. You know, these are just off the top of my head, but that's the whole idea behind this, is we ask our question how, and then the why, and then we really want to, after we've kind of established that, maybe we've got a good idea, but maybe we can think of a better idea, something a little more original, a little more creative, and that's just by asking what's another way. So that's what I want you guys to think about today: how, why, and what's another way. And that's our quick tip for today. I will see you guys later. That is all. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Also, you can follow me at Serkworks on social media, and now you can support the work that I do on Patreon. Do you like making comics? Then go to Serkworks.com and pick up the Comic Maker Starter Kit. It's packed full of fonts, brushes, templates, and more. And best of all, it's totally free.